There's Kevin.
It really is. Not gonna lie.
That last one's just disturbing.
Alright. Imagine it's a nice warm day with a cool breeze blowing. You look towards the sky and notice by the looks of the sun that almost half the day is gone, and preparations for the next meal must begin soon before daylight runs out. While the women and children forage for fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, roots, and other edible plant life, the men hunt. When your diet is dependent on the hunting and gathering lifestyle, you have to be ready because dinner is always on the go. Since hunting and gathering have fallen to the wayside due to crop cultivation and the domestication of animals, you rarely see someone with spear chasing after their dinner. Nevertheless, the hunting and gathering lifestyle can still be followed through a regime known as the paleo or the caveman diet. Now, before you zone out thinking about that Big Mac that's calling your name after class, don't get any ideas. Let me reel you back in real quick. Tell you a little bit more about paleo diet and lifestyle and why you should consider it. The paleo diet is literally the notion of eating as our ancient ancestors did once over 10,000 years ago during the Paleolithic era or the Stone Age. Although hunting and gathering are no longer mandatory thanks to the agricultural revolution, the concept remains the same. Meats, nuts, eggs, fruits, vegetables, basically anything that's not packaged. This means cutting out certain oils, dairy products, starches, processed foods, legumes, alcoholic grains, and refined sugars. Even though the caveman's diet consists of 2/3 of plant-based material, there is no limitation on portions or ratios or so forth. The purpose of the caveman diet is plainly to achieve optimal health as well as improve physical fitness. By consuming unprocessed foods and foods that are in their natural state, the paleo diet improves your body's ability to make use of food rather than store it as fat or keep it lingering in the bloodstream as excess sugar. As stated in Before and After Paleo, the theory is that when you take the processed and unnatural foods out of your diet, then your body will become healthier. You will be taking in food the way it was intended to be originally taken in by your body. Everything will be natural instead of filled with chemicals and dyes. The paleo diet is not only encourages a healthier lifestyle through better eating habits, but it also supports a diversity in one's diet. As stated by Brian Hockett and Jonathan Hawes in their essay, Nutritional Ecology and Dietonic Trends in Paleolithic Diet and Health, what a mouthful. Humans require more than 50 essential nutrients for the growth and cell maintenance and repair. Most of these essential nutrients come from outside food sources rather than being manufactured by the body itself. And a diversity of food, which is required to consume the full suite of essential nutrients necessary for optimal human health. So basically, the more diverse your diet is, the better off you are, your body's taking in. Normally, when someone refers to poultry, you think chicken or turkey. However, you may be surprised to find that there are dozens of varieties of poultry. Just imagine the possibilities that there are over 80 different types of meats that you can consume. Every meal you prepare, you're able to personalize it, and you will know each and every ingredient that you use and that you're consuming. With the paleo diet, you get to see exactly what's going into your meals and turn into your body. And while there may be quite a few no-nos on the paleo list, there will always be alternative options available. Now that you know a little bit more about the paleo diet and what it entails, let me alleviate some of your concerns you might have that are more associated with the diet. For starters, paleo is not a diet. Diets don't work. Paleo is a lifestyle. It's a choice, a change in your everyday activity as well as your eating habits. For many, this choice may be a bit challenging, which is why I recommend getting a starter book and a paleo recipe book. Here are just some examples. Marxism's The Primal Blueprint. These are just a few of the books that I got from the local library. There are multitude of recipe books available at the library, all kinds of knowledge to read up on. I've even got extras over here. all of them from the local Cumberland County Library. Okay. Now, again, yes, there's always a catch. You might want to do some reading and some information. There are multiple books available over the internet as well. However, my personal choice is Marxism's book, The Primal Blueprint, and his cookbook, The Primal Blueprint Cookbook. I also advocate the Paleo Manifesto, Ancient Wisdom for Lifelong Health by John Durant. This is my personal favorite book. It does go into details about the diet, however, it's more consumed with the history of our ancestors as well as a more informative outlook on why it's a good choice, but it definitely goes into a lot of historical details, which I found incredibly intriguing. It also incorporates religion and so forth, so it's definitely a good read. With all these items you're accustomed to eating being taken away, the biggest and most obvious challenge is the transition. However, with these books, as well as some extra tips and moral support from others, you can make it through without a hitch. Here are just a few tricks of the trade to help with a smooth transition. Switching to lose weight, lose the scale. Lose the scale, ladies, I know that's our biggest thing is the scale. We want to see the numbers. Numbers don't matter. With the appropriate workout routine, you'll be burning fat and gaining muscle, so the numbers don't matter. Try to lose a few, cut back on the fruits, especially dried fruit, because it's nothing but sugar. Fruit is sugar. Eat it in moderation as an occasional snack or a dessert, rather than on a normal meal replacement. The sooner you remove all sweeteners, and this includes your desserts, it includes fake sweeteners, the Truvia, or whatever they're called, all of them. The sooner you remove from your diet, the better. Don't be afraid to use spices. Variety is the spice of life. Herbal teas, apple cider vinegar, pure lemon and lime juices mixed with water make great low-calorie, zero-calorie drinks. If it's packaged, just don't eat it. If there's an expiration date on it, don't eat it. Just don't even pick it up. Don't put it in your grocery cart. Just don't do it. When starting out, keep it simple. The simpler choices are the easiest to make. Set small goals and go from there. The sooner you completely transition, the better. Making sweets and treats with paleo alternatives, with a lot of people use almond flour and coconut flour. It's really, it's healthier than using regular flour, the bleached flour that we can buy at the grocery store. However, it's not that much healthier. So a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'm totally paleo, I'm making paleo cookies on the weekend. No, just cut it out. Don't fall into that trend either. Donate all your non-paleo food to charity. Just get it out of your house, because as long as it's sitting in your house and your refrigerator staring at you, you're gonna want to, it's gonna be tempting. So just get it out. Stick it out for at least 3 months when giving this a try, because after 3 months you can say, I don't want to go back. There's no going back after that. At times, paleo may call for items that you won't find at your average grocery store, like Food Line that's around here, causing a minute interference in your normal grocery routine. However, almost all of these odd items you can find at your health stores, such as Harris Teeter or Applegate's, another one, or you can order it online. They're always available online. Another problem one might encounter would be eating out. While the books will help you with this, it's instructing you on the how-tos and the do's and the don'ts, it can be an inconvenience to go out with friends and family and try eating in a restaurant. However, with the modern age of technology, there are all kinds of apps that have all kinds of restaurants on it and what's paleo-friendly, what's not, and so forth. The final concern you ask about health, what's the health risk? Is it safe? Yes, it's safe, and this is why. We've been eating grains only since the beginning of agriculture 10,000 years ago with the agricultural revolution. The problem with that is our genes were formed over 2 million years ago, and they really haven't changed much since. So, our digestive system is not accustomed to this. Now that it has been accustomed to this, because we've been eating like this, it's not the way our body was formed. Our bodies were not designed to digest grains. In turn, grains tend to irritate the gut and interfere with digestion. Without getting technical, grains also lead to high blood pressure. The problem now is society has a skewed perception that grains, especially whole grains, are healthy for you. For 97% of human existence, we did not consume grains. Now grains make up the bottom portion of the USDA food pyramid with 6 to 11 recommendation servings. How skewed is our perception? Dairy is the next item on the list. While milk may have essential needs for your body, with the appropriate diet, you can substitute these items easily. Milk is not an optimal food, as stated by Practical Paleo Living. When it comes to fats and energy, fat is a much more powerful fuel for our bodies than sugar and starches. The human body and brain's primary source of fuel is designed to be fat in the form of ketones, not glucose, which is from fats and sugars. Nora Gulagas, in her book Primal Body, Primal Mind, ketosis occurs when the body is burning fat, not glucose, as its primary fuel. Picture you have a fire and you throw on paper, which is comparable to sugar and starches. The fire consumes through it quickly, versus if you put a nice log on it and it gets to have a good burn. That's pretty much the comparison of fruits, or starches and sugars versus your ketones, excuse me. Basically, you can get enough of what your body needs from paleo diet to thrive just as our ancestors did before breads, bagels, pasta, and the cake diet that we tend to partake in today's diets. As you can see, paleo is not taking anything away from your body, but you cannot substitute with a much healthier alternative. Although there may be a few negative aspects of paleo, there are far more benefits. Here are a few of the listed benefits with the paleo diet, some of which include health benefits such as weight loss, reduced blood sugar, increased energy levels, and much more. With obesity being in the spotlight, as well as all other health concerns that shadow it, how great would it be to have that burden taken off of our chests? With paleo, you can set your mind at ease, because with this lifestyle change, you won't have to worry about it. And the reason I wanted you to stay and do this presentation for you was because it also is helpful with certain disorders. In conclusion, paleo is a lifestyle change that allows its followers to cut out all unnatural and processed foods that America is so obsessed with. Although there may be a few hiccups along the way of your transition, the benefits far exceed these concerns and are well worth it in the long run. Your health and longevity in life are what really matters. So, switch today. It's so easy, a caveman can do it. Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Do you follow the paleo diet?
I have been back and forth with this for 3 or 4 years now, and I finally come to the conclusion that I'm making my transition now. It's a little slower because I'm trying to get everything out of my refrigerator. Like one of the tips said, just get it out of your house, because the longer you look at it, the worse it is. It's so much harder. So I have a friend of mine that as a matter of fact, after I leave here, go to Best Buy, I'm going home and she's coming to my refrigerator and taking out all of my horrible things in my refrigerator that taste so yummy and delicious. They're full of sugar and starches. Any other questions? Yes.
Just a side note, which is something about on processed food. I read one time that processed food, if you eat it over a lifetime, you will have consumed over 3.1 pounds of insect increment,
Excrement.
Like
Yeah.
excrement.
Excrement.
Mm-hmm.
It just blows my mind.
Oh yeah. You'd be surprised if you actually get to see what actually went into our food that aren't exactly food particles.
I just think,
I know.
Did you see the news where the boy who had the energy drink, after he got through drinking it, he set it down, but it still felt heavy, and so he looked in and he saw a mouse's tail. He sent it to his lawyers, and they cut it open, and there was a mouse in the bottom of it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was gross.
I did not see that. I'm glad I don't drink energy drinks. I don't believe in them. I found a healthy alternative to that too. I found coconut water with espresso beans in it, which
Yes.
is a fantastic Zola.
I love coconut.
Oh, I love it. It's so good. Coconut water is delicious. And it tastes like this one with the
I always
espresso
love
beans in it.
chocolate.
It
They
doesn't
have,
have
like,
any artificial stuff in it. It just has the espresso beans and coconut water. But it tastes like coffee. You put the espresso in it at the nutrition shop,
So
the
they
vitamin shop
always
over
have
beside
stuff like
Rodino's.
that in the shop.
Can you get it at like a GNC or anything like that?
They might. I think every nutrition shop sells different brands, but I looked it up online. They're like, for fairly big can. It was like $2.34. Like
It already has espresso beans in it, or you put espresso beans?
no, the one that I have, it's extra flavored with espresso beans because it's for energy. But it's the coconut water just flavored with the espresso. But it has the equivalent of 2 shots of espresso, so it's a good energizer without
Yes,
taking.
I love coconut water, but I've never seen
Right.
espresso.
So you get the health benefits of the coconut water, and you also get a natural enhancement that helps you stay awake. And I didn't have a crash afterwards. I didn't. It was great, fantastic. You know,
Yeah, see, I can't drink anything with ginseng in it, it makes me want to.
it didn't have. I looked at the ingredients. It didn't have any ginseng in it,
So
but
coconut would probably be a better
Yeah.
alternative.
yeah, it's definitely a good alternative. Green tea too. Green tea helps, but I don't know if it has some of the stuff might have ginseng in it or not. Any other questions? Awesome.